What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is season number 14, episode 8. The episode was titled A Perfect Storm Out, you guys. Now, before we go ahead and get into the review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel, and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor. Please stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, you guys, and also by sharing the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and discuss the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you guys. Now, I do want to let you guys know that before we even start with the review, you guys know that I'm part of the panel, the Whether You Like It or Not panel, the Beverly Hills edition. So we will be going live today to discuss the episode. So we will be on Scotty's channel today. I'm going to go and share the link for you guys because he's already created it. So we are going live for Beverly Hills at, I think it is going to be 6:30 Eastern time. So that's gonna be in it's 6:30 Eastern time. So it'll be it's 6:30 my time, 6:30 Central time. So it's 7:30 Eastern time. I'm getting myself all the way confused with these time zones, but it's 6:30 if you're on the Central Standard Time, 6:30 if you're on Eastern time. It is going to be at 7:30. If you're on the West Coast, it's going to be at 4:30. Yeah, be sure to check us out. Like I said, I will share that to my community tab, the link, you guys. And let's go ahead and just talk about this episode of Beverly Hills. Did you guys watch it? Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments section, live chat, whichever one you're in. Let me know what you thought about it. And let's go ahead and get into it. So, to me, it was a pretty light episode, I would say. Now, there was some drama, and we'll talk about that, but we won't talk about it right away. We'll talk about the small stuff first, and then we'll work our way back up to the big stuff. So, let's start up with Kyle. So, in this episode, we see Kyle. So, Kyle, everybody is getting ready to go to Bose's house for this pampering thing that Bose is doing, right? So we see Kyle. So Kyle FaceTimed Kathy to let Kathy know, like, she and Dorit, they still, having issues with each other. They still going back and forth with each other. And I will say, Kyle, you are downplaying it a bit. Ain't a bit. You're downplaying it. You're downplaying it on this one. Granted, with the text message, I can I can see it one of two ways, right? You can take a look at this text message and be like, Kyle, it does look like you got something to hide. Like, are you having conversations, inappropriate conversations with him? Are you having conversations with him about the REIT? Like, there are so many things. And then it could also be like, has Kyle had conversations with PK about sobriety, things of that nature? So it's just how you choose to look at it. It's just how you choose to look at it. But for me, like I said, I don't think there was anything malicious with it. I don't feel that way, but I can't say, I can't really sit here and say how Dorit should take it. Now, after that, we did see a scene with Kyle where they were celebrating Portia's 16th birthday, right? And Mauricio showed up, and we see that they got Portia a car. For a 16-year-old girl, I do not know if I would buy my 16-year-old a Porsche. Absolutely not, especially with how insurance prices are and everything. Yeah, I don't necessarily know if I would have done that, but they got the money. Well, do they have the money? because you guys know that Mauricio is now in a new lawsuit. So, do y'all have the funds like that? Inquiring minds wants to know. Well, Kyle probably does, but like I said, Mauricio is in a new lawsuit, so and it has something to do with that PPP money. I think the gist of that lawsuit is basically saying he took the PPP loan when he didn't really need the money because and this is me paraphrasing because according to what I think I read, it was like his business was doing well, so he didn't really need that money. Yikes! Them PPP loans bit a lot of people in the ass. Could get them and didn't even really need them. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this scene with Kyle and her family, and that's it. Now we did hear that Portia and Mauricio they're going on a trip for her birthday, so that's all we got. Next up, let's move over to Garcelle. Now we see Garcelle at her beach home, right? And Sutton came by. Now, this is going to be out of order of the episode and how it aired because they're going to talk about what happened at Bose's party, but I'm saving Bose's party for the last thing to discuss. So, Sutton is feeling a way that Kyle stormed out of Bose's party, right? Because she feels like Kyle wants everybody to when they're all into it or when they're all having a little tiff or whatever. Kyle feels that everybody should stay around. Now, what I will say to you, Sutton, is you're kind of comparing apples to oranges a little bit because if you're talking about the stuff that happened last season with the Magic Mike show, you were doing the most for no reason. Like you got upset at that whole thing, and it was because they didn't pull you up on that stage. Like, let's call a spade and be real about the situation. But I do get where Sutton is coming from that, if Kyle wants us to be one way, then we all have to be the same way. So Sutton is like, she's not bound down to the shrine of Kyle Richards. And I was like, I don't blame you, right? I don't blame you. But like I said, if you are trying to compare what happened to you at Magic Mike last year to what happened with Kyle at Bose's party, apples, oranges, day and night. They're not the same because you literally got upset because the men didn't pull you on the stage and you had them dollar bills ready to, make it rain. Make it rain. You were ready to make it rain. So, okay, cool. Whatever. Moving on, you guys. So the next person we'll talk about is going to be Erica. I find it interesting because we see Erica and Dorit, they went to the spa, right? I find it quite interesting that Erica and Dorit are such good friends because over the weekend, I just happened to just be thinking about Beverly Hills and things from the past when it comes to Beverly Hills. And I was thinking back to season 7 of Beverly Hills, or was it season 8? I think it was season 7. Whatever. I think season 7 was Dorit's first season, right? Dorit's first season of Beverly Hills. I'm, I think I have my seasons correct. If I don't, y'all can correct me, but I think I got my seasons correct. Season 7 of Beverly Hills, I remember like I would never see it for Dorit and I would never see it for PK the way that they treated Erica that season when they were at that event and PK kept talking about the fact that he could see up Erica's skirt and the fact that Erica had no panties on. Like I will never forget that. And they made a whole thing about it. They talked about it at the reunion, and the way they talked about it at the reunion, it was almost if they well, it wasn't no almost as if it was like they were putting the blame on Erica that season for PK looking up her skirt because she had no underwear on. Like I would never be friends with Dorit after that. But I mean, they've been cool since then, right? So we're talking about this text message between Kyle and PK, right? And Dorit feels that Kyle is sending the text message is one way, but Dorit feels that the text message is exactly how it looks. Dorit feels as if Kyle has in fact had conversations with PK about her. And I was like, okay. I mean, okay. Do I believe it? I do. I do believe that maybe they had some kind of conversation, right? Because at this particular point, they weren't talking to each other. So I can see how Dorit's mom would be like, Kyle probably did reach out to him with ill intent, and they probably had conversations about me. But at the same time, they could have also had conversations about sobriety. There are a lot of things that they probably could have talked about that Kyle said that she would never reveal what they had a conversation about. But Erica feels that how I Erica feels kind of like how I feel. Like this can be interpreted one of two ways. It can be interpreted that okay, yes, maybe Kyle did have inappropriate relationship with, not an inappropriate relationship, but it could be interpreted that yeah, maybe the text message, maybe the conversation between them wasn't the best conversation to have between each other, right? Or it could be a innocent thing of anything that you said to me, I won't repeat it to anybody, right? So you guys have to let me know how you feel and think about that. Now, Dorit feels a way about Erica. She thinks that Erica is, defending Kyle to protect Kyle, right? And I was like, I can see that. But I don't with Erica. Erica's got a big ass mouth and she doesn't back down. So if she felt like, Kyle was doing something that she shouldn't be doing, I do honestly believe that Erica wouldn't have any problem with saying it, especially with the treatment that Erica got over the last 3 years. I don't think that Erica would have an issue with it, with calling Kyle out and saying what it truly is that she feels. But again, like I said, if you guys think differently, feel free to let me know in the comments section and we'll move on to the next person, which is Bose. Now, I like Bose, right? My girl, again, Bose. I've tried to let it go, but I really can't let it go. The wigs. The wigs. One, it's a lot of hair. I want you to lose like maybe one or two bundles. Please just do me that favor. Lose a few bundles. You can lose a bundle or two. And then also the hairline. The hairline is very confusing to me. I don't know. You right on time. You say, but hey, Penelope. You say, hey, am I late? No, no, you're not late. I'm actually kind of wrapping up, but no, you're not late. As Riley Bird said, better late than never. Uh, But she says, Bose is African. I know she's African, but not every African has terrible wigs. There are some African, I mean, there are some Africans that you will see that have decent wigs. And it's not that the wig is bad. It's just the hairline is kind of off and it's just way too many bundles. I just want her to have a few less bundles in her hair. It's like Rapunzel, please let your hair down. Wendy season one had bad wig. Actually, Wendy season one, it wasn't that her wig was just atrocious. It's just that the hair, I don't think she had good quality hair season one. Season one for Wendy of Potomac, her wigs were not the best, but they weren't the worst that I've ever saw. They just looked a little crunchy. And again, I think that was just the hair quality. But since her first season, her wigs have improved drastically. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, but yeah, Wendy just had bad style. Season five of Potomac, terrible style. And it's come up. It's come a long way. It's come a long way. So Bose is having a spa day for all the ladies, right? This is going to be a sisterhood soiree. And this is pretty much inspired by Sutton and her wanting the ladies to be a sisterhood with each other, right? So we see as Bose is having a conversation with Dorit about the text message with Kyle. Now, Bose, you been messy. I get it. You wanted to give Dorit a heads up, but Was that really your place, girlfriend? Not really, but I'm not mad at it. And so I'm not mad at it. I just will say that wasn't your place, but you told her nonetheless, right? So we see as all the ladies arrive at Bose's house, and when Dorit saw Kyle, she asked her if she's dressed comfy because I guess Bose told the ladies to come comfortable. I was like, none of y'all honestly look real comfortable, but okay. And Dorit's talking about this is an outfit from 2004. Okay, and what that mean? If it's from 2004, then it's old as hell. Then I mean it's definitely comfortable, but okay. So it was funny because Garcelle knew the men that was pampering him, right? Because they're like, we haven't saw you in a while. I thought it was funny, right? So we see as Garcelle is in her zone, getting ready to get her massage, and then Dorit came over there to talk to her, right? And Dorit told Garcelle how she's lost, right? And Garcelle actually showed some empathy, and she told her, and Dorit told Garcelle, like, the last time we were all together, and you asked me how was I, and Garcelle was like, I genuinely meant that, like I wouldn't have asked it if I didn't mean it. And she says, Dorit says, it wasn't you, it was my frustrations with Kyle that kind of boiled over, and Garcelle was like, I understand. And so Dorit actually in this scene apologized to Garcelle for everything. And in this particular moment, I honestly believed that Dorit was sincere with her apology to Garcelle. And I was like, okay, I feel like she's sincere. And I was like, hopefully we can now begin to move on. Like, the one thing about Beverly Hills that I can't stand when it comes to social media is the fact that everybody, you know, the palm people, the palm colored people, they want to anything that Garcelle says or does, they want to attack her, and it's incessant, and it's over. I mean, it's overdone. It's not that deep. Like y'all don't, and that'd be the thing with the fans of these shows. It's like y'all go so hard against these women that y'all don't fucking know. Y'all have such issues with some of these women, and y'all don't even know them from a can of paint. Y'all see a 40-minute episode of them when they filmed this show for 3 months out of their lives. The producers cut and edit stuff and put things out of context, and then y'all get so up in your panties about things that you see on the show, right? Are there housewives that I don't care for? Yes. But I'm never going to go to the extent to make accounts about them, tweet about them, tweet to them. Like y'all know, I don't see it for Mia, Ashley, Giselle, Robin, um, Bren from New York City. Who else? Brandy Glanville. Like y'all know, I don't see it for a lot of some of these housewives. Tamara from OC. I say what I say on my videos, and I leave it at that. And I don't think nothing else about them until the next episode. But some of y'all just get so in your feelings about these women that you don't know from a can of paint. They don't know you. They wouldn't be able to pick some of y'all. They wouldn't be able to pick none of y'all out in a lineup. So I'm moving on. So after that, after Dorit apologized to Garcelle, we see as Kyle is having a conversation with Bose, right? So Bose is talking to Kyle and saying to Kyle, like, you came over here and we talked about the text message, but you didn't read it to me, but then you want to read it to the other girls. And she's like, so what's up with that? And I'll give Bose that, like, I would feel a way. It's like you were over at my home checking on me and have a conversation with me about this text message, but you didn't read the text message to me. You showed me something else, but then you go with the other girls and you read the text message to them. So Kyle then repeated what she said in the text message, but Sutton is behind her ear hustling, right? And Sutton was like, well, it was a lot more than just memes. And Bo said she just said that. And I was like, Sutton, if you're going to listen, girl, listen to the whole entire conversation. So that way, if you have anything to say, It's not like you just throwing shit to the wall and seeing what sticks, right? So after that, we move on. So Bose feels that Kyle should read the text message aloud. And I was like, is this the kindergarten? Is this like I was so confused. Like, why does she have to, which I was just questioning, like, why does she have to read it aloud to the whole group? I thought that was weird. I thought that was weird that they wanted her to read it to the whole entire group. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's getting the shit started. It's being messy. I'm here for it. So I ain't upset about it, right? So Erica is over in the corner and feeling like Kyle shouldn't read the text message to the group. I mean, here's the thing. If there's Here's my thing. If I don't have anything to hide, I would read the text message and I would tell them, "Oh, fuck you. Like y'all all don't trust me. Y'all think I'm having an inappropriate relationship with somebody. Like if y'all think they're low of me, y'all can all kiss my ass. But let me read the text message to you real quick." And I would have done that, and I would have walked the fuck out. What Kyle did, right? But Kyle is upset and talking about how dumb this is. And let's see, that's where Kyle and me differ. Because Kyle was so upset. I want to start crying. I want to done nothing but cuss them the fuck out and tell them how I really truly feel about them. Tell them, fuck all y'all hoes. If y'all bitches think that I'm that trifling of a woman that I would do some shit like that, fuck you. But first, before I can get to that point of reading this, I'm gonna read y'all off of filth, and then I'm gonna read the text message for you guys. Be like, and then read it, and then after I read it, give them the middle finger and walk the fuck out because what Kyle said is true. Y'all basically are looking at her like she's some kind of Jezebel or some kind of hoe that is texting PK and having an inappropriate relationship with him. Like y'all are insinuating that. Let's be real about the situation. Should Kyle have been honest with Dorit? Absolutely. But y'all are kind of insinuating that that girl did something inappropriate. Penelope says, right, I would have read them. What's crazy to me is you say Dorit and you aren't friends, but you texting her husband. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't get why Kyle says that they're not friends, but you texting her husband. Like, if you're not her friend, then you shouldn't be texting her husband. Kyle and PK were definitely talking ish about Dorit. Yeah, they probably were talking shit about Dorit. I don't believe that they weren't. Kyle's not on good terms with Dorit, and her husband don't sound like he's ever been on good terms with her for a good while. So yeah, I definitely do believe that Kyle said some shit, right? So Kyle read the text message and she made a whole scene and said she was leaving. And I was like, Kyle, I think you're just making a scene because you want them to follow behind you. Is that what this is? Because that's what that was given. That's what that was given. So then Kyle talking about we're too old for this. Okay. I mean, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. But again, like I said, I would have read the text message to them and told them all to kiss my ass and go straight to hell and fuck off. Period point blank. So Kyle read the text message and she's saying that when she said that she wouldn't say anything, she wouldn't bring up what they said. She's and I'm using air quotes because I don't know if I believe this either. She's saying she wouldn't tell production. I was like, okay, I don't. I'm gonna give you a I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you were talking about production, but I don't know if I believe that you were talking about production, Kyle. I don't know if I believe that. So Eric and Kyle, they were walking out of the house, right? And then Dorit came in behind her, and they had, and so Dorit and Kyle, they ended up talking to each other. They were able to have a calm conversation with each other, but yeah, Kyle, I'm just, I. Here's the thing, because I kind of well, no, I don't get it. No, I don't. I was about to lie and say I kind of get it because I'm trying to put myself in this position, right? Because my best friend is married, and me and her, we have our relationship with each other. I don't have a relationship with her husband, but that's not for a lack of trying, number one. Um, but I have suggested, because there has been some issues, and I have suggested to my best friend that maybe he and her husband and I should have our own little friendship where we find out something, where we find out whatever we have in common, and me and him can just have a friendship that's completely separate of my best friend, right? But at the same time, now that I'm thinking about this, even if me and him had a separate friendship, s- you know, outside of my best friend, I don't want to know the. I wouldn't ever. Well, my best friend and I, we haven't. We would don't fall out. We wouldn't fall out like this. But I would never. Yeah, no. I just have to think about this. Yeah, I have to think about this. No, because there would be nothing he could like. He couldn't talk negatively. He couldn't say nothing bad about my best friend. So no, nah. And there would be nothing. There would be nothing that I wouldn't. Nah, nah, nah. Mm-mm. He and I could have a friendship synonymous, just me and him. But yeah, nah. I would tell my best friend everything. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wouldn't even tell him. I wouldn't even say, yeah, whatever me and you talk about, I wouldn't tell her. Nope, because I definitely would. I would tell her every single thing. Oh no, 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 no. Oh God, oh God, no. Oh, that's part of the problem. Not a throuple, but that's part of the problem in the friendship. That's part of the issue with my friendship with my best friend, that her husband thinks something. But no, not in a throuple. Definitely not that. Mm-mm. And that's no shade to either one, because I love my best friend. I love my best friend to pieces. Oh no, 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 absolutely not. Mm-mm. Oh no, no, not being recruited. Oh no, it's far deeper. I don't want to go into the particulars about it, but it's really deep. It's really deep with that one. Her husband doesn't necessarily like me for a particular reason, and it's something that he made up in his head too. It's really something that he made up in his head, because my best friend and I have been friends for almost 20. This actually last year made 20 years that we've been friends. So no, it's not. No, no, actually, it's kind of. Hmm, is this? No, it's not. It's nowhere near similar to this. It's not similar to this, but what the accusation, what the ladies are, insinuating with Kyle and PK, like an inappropriate relationship, that's what he thinks has happened, and is far off base, way off base. He ain't even. He is way off base with that assumption. Way off base. Been friends for 20 years. But yeah, no, oh no, definitely not a throuple, and definitely ain't being recruited for nothing. No, no. But yeah, you guys, that is all that I got with this episode. I don't think I missed anything. I think we hit everything with this episode. We talked about Bose's party. We talked about Kyle. We talked about Garcelle, and we talked about Erica. So yeah, that covers everything, you guys. So like I said earlier, be sure to check us out on the panel tonight. I just shared the link in my community tab. It will be on Scotty's channel tonight. Be sure to check us out. So the live is starting at 6:30 Central Time, 7:30. Oh, we're gonna go live at the time of the Salt Lake City reunion. Seven, no, 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 no. I keep forgetting. Damn it, this time zone. I hate it. But it's 6:30 Central Time for me, 7:30 Eastern Time, and 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast, you guys. So we'll all be there tonight, with the exception of Sakina and I believe Belle. But yeah, you guys, come check us out. But as always, you guys know the routine. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I shall see you guys tomorrow for part 1 of the Salt Lake City reunion. Now, you guys know I won't be watching Salt Lake City live. You guys know when it comes to reunions, I watch the uncensored version of the reunions, and that is what you guys will get the review over is the uncensored version of the reunion. So I'll catch you guys later in the next one. Bye, guys.